In the late 20th century, radio operators across multiple regions reported something unusual. A repeating signal, not random noise, not interference, but a structured pattern that seemed deliberate. It appeared at unpredictable times, lasted only seconds, then vanished without explanation. No official source was ever confirmed, and no one agreed on what it actually was. Some believed it came from military testing. Others thought it was a natural atmospheric phenomenon. But one detail made it impossible to ignore. The signal sometimes appeared in places where no transmission equipment existed at all. Welcome to Night Archives. The earliest reports came from amateur radio operators. They described brief bursts of structured audio patterns. Some compared it to coded transmissions. Others said it resembled mechanical repetition, almost like a signal trying to establish contact. At first, it was dismissed as equipment error or overlapping frequencies. But as more operators reported the same phenomenon independently, the explanation became less certain, especially when recordings began to show similar patterns across different regions. Telecommunications authorities attempted to trace the origin, but every detection attempt led to inconsistent results. Sometimes the signal appeared strong, sometimes barely detectable, and sometimes it vanished completely during active tracking. No fixed transmission source was ever identified. Even more unusual was the lack of consistent frequency behavior. The signal did not behave like known radio interference. It behaved like something that moved. The most disturbing reports came from remote areas, locations far from cities, far from known broadcasting stations. In some cases, the signal was detected in regions where no functioning transmission infrastructure existed at all. This led researchers to consider atmospheric reflection theories, underground sources, or experimental long-range systems. But none of these fully matched the data patterns collected. The inconsistency remained unexplained. And if you enjoy dark historical mysteries, unexplained phenomena, and events that refuse to fit into official explanations, subscribe to Night Archives for more. Because some signals don't just carry information, they raise questions no one can answer. And this one was no exception. Several theories emerged over time. Some suggested classified military communication tests operating outside public knowledge. Others proposed rare atmospheric reflection conditions that could distort distant transmissions. A more controversial theory claimed that the signal was artificial intelligence generated interference from experimental systems. However, none of these explanations have been confirmed, and no governing body has ever officially acknowledged responsibility. The signal remains unclassified in most records. Today, the phenomenon is rarely discussed in official contexts, but isolated reports still occasionally surface: brief detections, unverified recordings, and unexplained bursts that appear and disappear too quickly to trace. No origin has ever been proven, no system has ever been confirmed, and no explanation has ever been universally accepted, which leaves only one certainty: something produced the signal. But whatever it was, never revealed itself. And perhaps the most unsettling part is this: it may still be out there, still transmitting, waiting to be heard again.